Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? You good? All right, so I think we should begin on our hands and knees in a tabletop pose. So happy to see a good crowd on a chilly morning. Hi to everybody at home. People checking in on their devices. So we settle into tabletop pose and just try to line up your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. And then I want you to start making circles clockwise. Think about that. Which way does the clock go? And you can start out making small circles, and then you can start making those circles a little bit bigger. I know. You got to actually picture a clock in your mind. And then go right. So go one more time around to the right. And then settle yourself into the center. And then begin going the other way. Notice how the feelings are, the movements are creating sensations in your joints. In your wrists, in your knees, in your hips, your shoulders. That's it. And then maybe go around one more time to this side. And bring it into the center. And now I just want you to stay linear and rock forward and back. Just go ahead, rock forward and back. And I like it if you keep the arms straight because you'll get a little bit of a warm-up for your wrists. So you actually can let the shoulders come over the fingertips, and then you can take your hips as far back as your heels. So do a couple times just linear, kind of keep your core engaged. And then start to move the spine. So on your inhale, come forward, arch the back, look up, pull the chest through the arms. And then exhale, push back and round. Tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin. Stretch your back out. Rock forward, inhale. Lean the weight a little forward, chest through the arms. Look up. And then exhale, round. Tuck the tailbone. Push the floor away from you. Move back a little bit. And then go ahead and do that 2 more times on your own. Go ahead. Arching and rounding, just articulating your spine. And doing it with breath. That's the most important thing right now, is to coordinate your movements with your breathing. And this is where the yoga begins. We're not just listening to instructions and doing something. We're actually consciously in what we're doing. So you become the movement. The breath and the body become partners in this practice. And then let's just do it one more time. Rock forward, go really slow. Breathe in really deep, stretch. Lift the tailbone, lift the crown of the head. And then exhale, pull the belly to the spine. Start to pull back, tuck your toes, and go into a downward facing dog. Your very first down dog of the morning. Make sure you're spreading your fingers wide and giving yourself a really good handprint. I want you to kind of dig the hands in, not just at the wrist, but all the way through the palms, the knuckles, the fingers, into the fingertips. That's it. Even the index finger and the thumb start to feel like a little bit stronger as they press down. And then see if you can roll your shoulders a little wider away from your ears. Let your head go. If you have a tendency to poke your ribs out, pull them in. If you feel like your back is rounding, maybe you need to poke the ribs out a little bit. Take a deep breath in. Lift the pit of the belly up high toward the sky. And then exhale, push back. On your next inhale, look forward. And then let's walk our feet right up to the top of the mat. So So you guys in that section over there in the park, you guys have Andrea back there. She's got an extra set of hands for me assisting in that side. So I thank you so much for being here. All right, come halfway up, inhale. Come halfway up, inhale. And then fold deeply on your exhale. One more time, halfway up, inhale. Get more length out of your spine. And then exhale and fold. This time we come all the way up. Flat back, inhale, rise, head up, chest up. Reach those arms to the sky. And then bring your hands down by your sides. Pause for a moment. Pause for a moment. What happens in the stillness? I want you to tune into that breath and look for the little nuances of your pose. So we're not just standing still and waiting for instruction. We are fully in this pose. What you are doing right now is probably one of the most important poses in yoga. Like if we had to put it in the top 5 poses ever in yoga, this is in that top 5 right here. It's called Tadasana. The way you align your body here affects every other pose we're going to do today. So feel how you're standing in your feet. Distribute the weight evenly through the toes. Put some weight on the outer edges so you can feel a lift in the arches of the feet. It's really amazing to me how much detail there can be just standing in the feet. But later when our weight is distributed differently, when we have like one leg forward and one leg back, we want to be aware if one foot's really heavy and one is not grounded at all, right? So the Tadasana feet are in every pose that we do, and they realign the rest of the bone structure. So pay attention right now and see if you can keep this impression with you as we move and articulate the other poses. Now we want to elongate the spine and widen those collarbones. Lift the crown of the head and make sure you're breathing. Just breathe into your whole body. We're going to begin Surya Namaskar. On your next inhale, reach your arms up high to the sky. And then as you exhale, fold in, down low. Come up halfway, inhale. And then step back into plank pose. Plank is a really important pose. You could almost imagine Tadasana here, right? Pay attention to your footwork. Your legs are strong, just like if you were standing on them. The collarbones are wide and you lift the head. You guys look amazing. Take a deep breath in. And I want you to move a little forward and down. So go ahead, move a little forward and lower. Go all the way to your belly. Inhale into Cobra. It's a little back bend. You're taking care of your spine and strengthening your back. And then exhale, release. Tuck your toes and go back to downward facing dog. So it's this sequence of little poses that we'll use throughout the practice. We call that a Vinyasa. And so again, could you feel the sense of Tadasana even here, even though you're bent a little at the waist? Your handprints and your footprints matter. An elongation of the spine, collarbones wide. Let's take one more breath. Push back a little bit. And then on your exhale, start to walk your feet to the top of the mat. Look forward, walk forward. Come halfway up, inhale. And then fold deeply as you exhale. Here we go, flat back, rising all the way up. Push into your feet. Reach. We're going to hold right here for a moment. This is called Urdhva Hastasana. Urdhva is upward. Hastasana, hands, like upward hands pose, right? So we're going to do this a lot today too, and I want you to feel the base of this and the lengthening of this at the same time. So we have a little bit of attention on how we stand in our feet, and we lengthen upward. You could even tip your ears back slightly and look toward your fingers. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale. Let your arms come down slowly. Everything matters. Every moment that you can be in sync and in partnership, body and breath, you will be in your yoga today. Are you ready? We're going to do it again. Inhale, arms reach. Do it like you mean it. Exhale and fold. Fold in deep. Try to lift the belly in your transitions. Halfway up. Inhale, lengthen. Step back. Plank pose. Find that Tadasana. And then bend your elbows and lower a little forward and down. Inhale into cobra. Widen those collarbones, lengthen your spine, and then exhale, down dog. Good. I like the way you're moving. And I know we definitely have some people here that are new to the practice, so be patient with yourself. That is the whole idea of yoga, is that we're practicing. And maybe today one action awakens in your body, and you'll remember it next week when you come back. And then maybe something new will awaken. And so it might not feel all coordinated and right at the beginning, but you got to keep coming. Practice, practice, practice. And all is coming. Last breath here. Push back just a little bit. And then exhale, look forward. Bring your feet to the top of the mat. Try to do it with some grace. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Flat back one more time, all the way to standing. Reach the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana, feel it. And then release your arms, Tadasana. Tune in. When you're ready, inhale one more time, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale and fold. Fold like you mean it, drop your head. Lift and lengthen on your in-breath. Step, step back, it's plank pose, nice and strong, nice and long in the body, and lower. Inhale, cobra. Reach back through your legs and up through your heart. Exhale, down dog. All right. And so these are really beautiful movements to help us warm up the body. But now I want to start to use some of the larger muscles. So if you would, take your right foot and step forward to your hands. I want you to stay on your left toes, and we're going to come into high crescent lunge. So the arms are going to come up. That's it. Find your balance. Remember, go back to your footprints. Can you have a sense of Tadasana even here? Again, the feet are in different positions. Our weight is distributed differently. Can you find the way to get it to feel balanced? I love you too. Is that Ellen? I think it's Ellen. It's crazy that I could know the person driving by. All right, so we feel our feet on the ground. Now I want you to warm up the upper body a little bit. So do me right here, and just bend your elbows, open up that chest. Pull the hands back, pull the elbows back, breathe in really big, and then exhale, reach them back up like Urdhva Hastasana. Again, we're gonna pump it. Elbows bend, pull the chest open wide, draw the arms back, and then inhale, arms up. Last one, open it up like you're pulling on something. Pull down, yep, and then reach back up. Inhale, on the exhale, hands to the earth. Good, step it back to plank, reorganize yourself, integrate your body, feel the actions, and then slowly lower, a little forward and down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice work. We got the other side. Left foot's going to step, and we stay on the right toes, high crescent lunge. Work the outer edges of your feet. The arches even feel like they lift a little bit. The arms are reaching up like the whole body long. Collarbones still feel wide. Pull the arms back slightly. Are you ready? Elbows bend. Pull it back. Keep the chest open. Inhale, arms reach. Good. Exhale, pull down and back. Open wide. Inhale, arms reach. Good. Last one, best one. Now you've got the actions. Open wide. And then inhale, reach up high. On your exhale, bring it down. Hands to the earth, step back and lower. Good. I'm starting to feel like we can get in a flow. Inhale, cobra. And then exhale into down dog. Okay. Right foot steps up again. Stay on your left toes, but leave your hands on the ground, please. Don't rise. And then I want you to press that left hand into the mat and open up to the right. Inhale, really big stretch. Twist open. Exhale, very gently. Right fingers touch the mat. Bring it down. Good. Again, inhale, twist wide open. Stretch open. Breathe. Exhale, touch it down lightly. Again, inhale, open wide. This time you can hold. See if you can add a little bit. Don't let those hips drop. Pull yourself up and together. You know, for people who are not flexible, we're trying so hard to get in. And then for the people who are flexible, sometimes we can't keep ourselves from falling out, right? So we're all working hard, but we all have our own challenges. If you feel like you're dipping in the pose or you're just drooping, pull yourself in. Pull the leg bones into the hips and then turn from your waist. Last time, inhale, exhale, twist, and then release it. Eyes down, hands down. Just go right to down dog. A big step back, let your head go. That's it. So I know I'm starting to challenge you, but we have not done any contortions yet. We have done very basic movements. Simple doesn't mean easy. Take a breath and push back a little bit, and then take that left foot and step it forward. Keep yourself on your right toes. Right hand is going to stay grounded. Find your place. Is there Tadasana here? Can you get the footwork? Can you get your hips level? Can you elongate the spine? Let's inhale and lift the left arm up. Take a twist open till it feels so damn good. And then go ahead, put those fingers back down. On the inhale again, stretch it wide open. Breathe in, reach. And then exhale, touch it down lightly. Last one, we're gonna hold it, twist open. Keep working from your feet, integrate your hips. Hug in a little on those outer hips. And then for this last breath, inhale big, twist deeper on that exhale. Oh yeah, hand down, step right to down dog. Good, so down dog actually almost becomes a resting pose. I want you to keep it vibrant. I want you to keep the limbs straight and keep your hips rising and let the head drop low. Take one more breath. Push back just a little bit. And then exhale, look at your hands. Let's walk the feet up with some grace to the top of the mat. Come halfway up. Inhale. Fold deeply. Exhale. Let's bend our knees now. Chair pose. First chair pose, and look how far in we are. It took me 22 minutes. That's a gift for you guys. Yeah. Bring your hands to your heart, and I want you to feel the hands press gently toward each other. And as you press into the hands, can you integrate your core a little bit more, and then sit back a little deeper. I really like what I see. Now, slow motion, come to standing. Reach high, Urdhva Hastasana. Feel the side waist grow long and the feet ground down, and then arms come down by your sides. Beautiful work, everyone. Inhale, chair pose. Reach up, sit back. Draw your hands to your heart. Try not to stick your butt out. You want to make sure that the pubis bone, the little bone in the front, is lifted so the tailbone naturally draws down but not under. All right, we're going to twist to the right side. So take your left elbow outside your right knee. Before you get too carried away with the twist, make sure you have the same amount of weight in both feet. Sometimes the left knee is sneaky and it tries to pull forward. I'm going to ask you to invite it to pull back. And then again, push into your hands so you can widen your chest. And remember, you're twisting from your obliques. One last breath in, twist deeper as you exhale, and then let it go. Yep, you can totally make sounds. If a woo feels like it's necessary, do it. Yeah, there's a lot of energy here today, music upbeat. I'm loving what I'm seeing. You guys rock. When you're ready, bend those knees, chair pose again. I like it. So that same feeling as Urdhva Hastasana, same feet as Tadasana. Bring your hands to your heart. Let's twist it to the other side. That's right. Right elbow's going outside the left knee, and it's not anything crazy. You're just navigating your body. Are you still in sync? Are you in cooperation? Body and breath. That would be the key. That would be the most important thing here. Yeah, push a little into those palms. Help yourself. Widen at the chest. Make sure your elbow is actually touching your leg. So straighten your bottom arm. Put it against your leg. Yeah, you have room, but you have leverage. Yeah, you're welcome. I have two. Yeah. Go ahead, take your last breath. I know you're not ready, but twist a little deeper and then let it go. I'm sorry, I met a mama on the side who needed a variation for her belly. All right, so we're in that forward fold. Let your head go. When you're ready, it's the last chair pose of this little series. So bend your knees, arms reach, and then come Urdhva Hastasana. Push down, rise up, reach, and then release those arms by your sides. Very good. All right, we're gonna turn it up. Inhale, chair. Going into Surya Namaskar B, exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway up. Step back just like before. Plank pose, try to find that Tadasana. And then exhale, lower yourself slowly. Forward and down. Inhale, cobra, shoulders are back. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, right foot steps up. This time, left foot turns flat. So the back foot is flat on the mat, and you're gonna rise up. The arms feel like Urdhva Hastasana, but I want you to try to make the feet feel like Tadasana, right? And so things are a little bit different. One leg forward, one leg back, one is turned out, the other one straight. There's a lot of little nuances that I want you to tune into and pay attention to. Can you put a little more of your weight toward the back leg? So just like lean a little more over the back leg. Yeah, that's really good. Take a breath there. And on the exhale, bend into the front knee just a touch deeper. All right, last breath. Reach through the waist. And then exhale, flow it out. Hands down, step back, and lower. So we're touching all of the different body parts. So every single one feels vibrant and alive. Inhale for cobra, exhale to down dog, and pause. Find your breath. So we're gonna explore the warrior one on the other side, which means left foot steps up, right foot turns in flat. Make sure you feel both feet grounded before you rise. We push down to rise up, and then we start to articulate all of these little nuances. Are the arches of your feet lifting? Yeah. Do you feel the same amount of weight over the front leg and the back leg? Sometimes it helps a lot to lean back. Lean back. It makes you feel taller, and anything in my world that makes me feel taller, I'm all in, right? So I want you to stand a little more over the back leg, reach a little higher, make sure the back leg is super straight. That back leg is turning in, and that right hip is trying to draw a little bit forward. All right, last breath. Urdhva Hastasana. Reach like you mean it. Arms straight and up, and then exhale, flow it out. Hands down, step back, and lower. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, down dog. All right, so just stay in down dog for a moment. Give me a little more push with the right hand and a little more pull with the right heel. Do you feel what's happening on that side of the pose? Yeah, like we just awakened the energy on the right side of the body. Now relax that, do it on the left side. And then just ask yourself a simple question. Why am I not doing this on both sides all the time? Right? It doesn't mean you have to be overworking. We have to awaken. We want to enlighten, inspire, awaken the energy. So take a breath, do all 4 points, feel that. And then when you're ready, look at your hands and start walking your feet to the top of the mat. Come halfway up, inhale, fold deeply, exhale. Bend your knees, chair pose. It's one beautiful breath. And then come to standing, Urdhva Hastasana, reach. Exhale, arms by your sides. All right, so the moment that you've been building toward is the full flow of Surya Namaskar B on a beautiful sunny and cool morning. I can't think of something better to be doing outside in the fresh air. So together we're gonna try to flow 1 breath per movement. Feel the rhythm of your breath right now. You're standing in Tadasana, the most magnificent pose, and you're feeling your body breathe in every single nook and cranny. And then we're gonna try to make the breath the priority, and we're gonna match the movements to the breathing. So I don't want you to try to match the breath to the movement. However long your breath takes, that's how much time you have to transition from one pose to the other. So some of the transitions feel a little slower, and some of them are going to feel a little more rushed because you have more complex things to do. I'm going to cue it all, but I want you to really, really make the breath the foundation. So on your inhale, one inhale is chair pose. And then one exhale into forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen. And on the exhale, both feet go back and lower. Inhale in Cobra. This is what we've been doing so far. Exhale, down dog into warrior. Right foot steps, left foot flat. On your inhale, rise up and feel your fullest expression of the pose. And then exhale, put your hands down, step back and lower. All the way down, breathe out. Inhale, Cobra. It might feel a little rushed. Exhale, down dog, left foot steps. Here we go. Rise on the inhale, one big breath. And as you exhale, hands down, step back and lower. So the movements can't all be slow, but the breath can stay slow and consistent. Inhale your Cobra, exhale into your down dog. That's it. I think you guys did magnificently. And that takes practice. 2 more breaths as you push back and you awaken both sides. Finish this last inhalation. And then as you exhale, look at your hands and start bringing the feet to the top of the mat. Halfway up, inhale. Fold as you exhale. On the in-breath, it's 1 breath for chair pose. And then exhale and release your arms by your sides. How'd that feel? Yeah? I think the pacing was really good. I think we need to do 1 more, and then we'll do some standing poses. Inhale, chair pose. Reach up, sit back. On your exhale, fold. So really get the breath rhythm. As you inhale, lift halfway. On your exhale, both feet back and lower. I know if you're new, it's kind of hard to get it all, but you will with practice. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, down dog into warrior. Right foot steps, left foot flat. 1 inhale as you rise. And then exhale, hands down, step back, lower. Keep letting the air out as you come down. Take that big, beautiful breath as you take your back bend. Exhale your way to down dog and step up left. Rise on the inhalation. Fill up, fill up, fill up. And then exhale all the way down. Hands down, step back, lower. Bump, 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 right? Inhale, Cobra. And then exhale to down dog. You get 5 breaths here to sort of like bring it all back together. That's why down dog feels like you're coming home, because you get to reconnect with your breath. Your body remains still, and each breath is an opportunity for you to awaken an action in your body. That's it. Light up the right side, light up the left side. Make sure you're breathing. Here's your last inhale. Push back a little, lift those hips, and then exhale, look at your hands. Let's jump, step, or walk to the top. Lift on the in-breath, fold on the out-breath. Chair pose, strong finish here. You guys are awesome. Urdhva Hastasana, rise up. And then exhale, arms by your sides. Let's open up the feet about hip distance apart. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, take your arms back behind you. Clasp your hands together, bend your elbows, and put your knuckles right up on your sacrum, so that your shoulders feel a little softer. Like, do this. Like, do you have a little bit of mobility in the shoulders? Yeah, even Andy has mobility in that position. Yeah, his shoulders are usually tight, right? So the elbows are bent on purpose so that you can actually feel how you can move the bone structure of the shoulder. The shoulder's complicated. It's the collarbone, it's the humerus, and it's the shoulder blade, 3 bones. So I want you to feel how you can actually lift the head of the shoulder, draw the shoulder blades back, and then draw them down your back. Now the chest feels wide, the collarbones are wide. If you can, start straightening your arms away from your body now. And keep that length in the spine. All right, the feet are hip distance apart. Take a deep breath in, look up a little, and then exhale, hinge from the hips and start to fold. Let the head down. Keep reaching the knuckles toward the sky or even up over the head. We're just going to take 3 breaths. Can you feel Tadasana feet, Tadasana legs? You guys are doing an awesome job. I want you to come up halfway on the next inhale. Bend your elbows and put your hands on your hips. Empty out all of your air. And then on the inhale, rise up to standing. Very good. Inhale, arms reach. Hook your thumbs together and then switch them to the weird one. And then give me a stretch to the right side. Inhale to the right. Exhale up to center. Inhale to the left. Stretch long. Exhale to center. Use your core. Inhale to the right. Exhale, return to center. Inhale, stretch left. Exhale, center. Last time, right side. Push your feet down. Keep feeling Tadasana. Rise to center. Last time to the left. Big inhale, stretch. And then exhale, return to the center. Release your arms. Nice work, everyone. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale and fold. Lift and lengthen on your inhale. Let's take the right leg back and stay on the toes. So step back right. Stay on your toes and come up for high crescent lunge. Belly in. Pay attention to if you have a tendency to squeeze into the midline. Like you don't want your knees to squeeze in. You want to stay in the lateral borders of your feet. That's it. So you're feeling Tadasana feet. You feel a little Urdhva Hastasana in the upper body. That's it. Reach like you mean it. Take a breath. Now I want you to turn open to the right for Warrior 2. Same amount of weight on both feet. Body standing tall like Tadasana in the center. So if you feel like you might be leaning a little bit forward, I'm going to ask you to catch it. This is how we start to learn about posture. It's not like being checked out and letting the body be wherever it wants to, but actually checking in and feeling weight distribution, feeling articulation. Now, I want you to take a deep breath in, reach both arms up, just like Urdhva Hastasana, and straighten the front leg. Now, that front leg is straight, but the toes are still turned out. So the left toes are turned to the center of the park. Both legs are straight, arms are reaching. And then exhale, bend that front knee, go back into Warrior 2. We call it a pumping warrior. So inhale, straighten the leg, arms go up, reach. And then exhale, bend that front knee, look at your left hand. Good, again, inhale, arms reach, straighten your legs, get long and tall. And then exhale, bend that front knee, encourage it toward the pinky toe and go a little deeper. One more time, inhale, arms reach. And then this time we're gonna go in and stay. So I really want you to make sure that your toes are turned out and your knee, that left knee is turning toward at least the middle toe. That's it. Now, everyone is super focused on that left hand. I want you to keep that laser focus on the left hand, but start feeling what your right hand is doing. Open up the right chest, put a little more weight on the right pinky toe, and then go in just a little deeper to the pose. I think you can bend the front knee just a little. That's it. And then inhale, come on up. Straighten the leg, reach the arm, say it. So good. Keep the legs straight, open your arms back up, and give me triangle, Trikonasana. So that means left arm down, right arm up, both legs straight. Can you feel Tadasana here? It seems kind of crazy that Tadasana would exist in this pose, but the other hand, switch hands, yeah. It seems crazy that Tadasana could exist in this pose, but it does. The balance, the equanimity, the alignment. Let's see if we can move the head, neck, and shoulders back just a little, like you're doing just a slight bit of cobra in the upper spine. Nicely done. One more breath. On your exhale, I want you to push into that back foot and rise up. Bend the front knee. You're in Warrior 2. Left forearm, left thigh. Take that right arm straight up high, not over the head, but straight over the shoulder. And see if you can actually really keep that arm straight up over the shoulder. Don't pull it back behind you. Don't reach over your head. It's straight up to the sky. Yep. Now I see some of you leaning really heavy into the left arm. Could you push into the left elbow and get a little more length, a little more lift? Okay, I'm gonna challenge you. I want you to take that left hand and reach to the person directly in front of you. So the elbow that you're leaning on is gonna reach straight out. Yep, that's your left hand, exactly. So there's a little twist. You're reaching toward the person directly in front of you. Yeah, right? Feel that underneath. Feel it in the waistline. You should be reaching for the person you see directly in front of you, not to the center of the park. Yes, there's a twist. Arm goes in front of the shoulder, in front of the chest. Yes. Good. Put your elbow back on your thigh. When you're ready, rise back for warrior two. Ah, say it. Say it. Yeah. Inhale right there. Exhale. Put your hands on the ground. Step back and lower. When we activate the core, we bring heat. Anybody feeling like the temperature just came up a little? Yeah? It's good. Make your way back to downward facing dog. Complete your vinyasa and treat your down dog like you just came home. Light up the right side, light up the left side. Infuse your breath. Now, left foot, nope, right foot steps forward. Rise up for high crescent. So you're on the back toes. You're feeling all of those things that you've been working on. Tadasana, Urdhva Hastasana. And then we turn open to the left side, warrior two. Make sure your stance feels nice and long and nice and wide. And just take a peek at your right leg. Just look down at your right leg. Look down at your right leg. Is your knee turning in? Is your toe turning in? Yeah, make sure you fix it because you really don't want to hurt your joints. We want good, stable foundation. All right, try straightening the front leg, reach the arms up, biceps are near the ears. Just get used to that movement. That feels like Urdhva Hastasana, yeah? Yeah, make the side waist long. Feel the weight in both feet. And then pumping warrior. Bend the front knee, look at the right hand, go in. Inhale, arms reach, come on up. Exhale, turn the gaze to the front hand, bend that knee, go in a little deeper. Again, inhale, arms reach up. Good, I like what I see. Do it again. Bend those knees. Last time, inhale, arms reach. I gave you 4 on the first side. I'm gonna give you 4 on this one. Bend the front knee. This time we hold. And I know that you are laser focused on the front hand, but with your mind, with your consciousness, what's happening in the left side of your body? Can we be a little bit more aware, a little more vibrant in the left side? Maybe the left foot has some more weight. Maybe the left arm reaches a little more. I like it. Take one more breath. Go in a little deeper. Encourage that right knee out toward the pinky toe. You will hit a wall eventually. You won't be able to keep going out, but just respect that. And then inhale, come on up. Say it. Ah, so good. The legs will stay straight now. Open your arms like wings. Show me Trikonasana, the triangle pose. Right arm goes down, left arm goes up, and just keep it simple. Look at the lines, like feel the lines of the pose. Breathe. Maybe the head, neck, and shoulders can move back so you feel a little bit more in line. Looking for that long waist like Tadasana. I want you to keep feeling your feet pressing the ground and just be aware sometimes the head drops forward. So we want to pull the head back, lengthen. Sometimes it feels good to tuck the right hip under you a little bit. Now to come up, push down into your left foot, rise. Nice work, bend the front knee. Parsvakonasana. Right forearm, right thigh. Left arm straight up high. So I know sometimes in class we do it over the head. We're not reaching over the head today. We're reaching straight up because I want you to keep your body wide open. I want you to be able to feel that Tadasana. Both feet are grounded, the hips are kind of level, the side waist feels long on both sides, the collarbones are wide. That is so good. And so when we go to this next variation, I know that we had some confusion on the first side. Your arm is going to go straight in front of you, not out toward the center of the park. You're reaching straight out from your chest. The bottom arm is the one that's going to stretch. So you're going to pull your weight off of that elbow. Yes, turn from your core. Reach like you have something to offer or something to receive. Try the head back a little. Get the spine a little longer. Oh my God, you guys are amazing. Take one more breath. Twist just a touch, and then put your elbow back. When you're ready, you're going to rise back to warrior two. Push down to rise up. Find your breath. And then I want you to flow through your vinyasa. So the hands go down. You step back and lower. When you're ready to breathe in, take the back bend. Open your heart up. And then exhale. Bring it back into downward facing dog. Okay, so push back just for one breath. And then come forward into plank, please. We're going to lift the back foot, right foot. Let's take the right toes off the mat. And then go ahead and draw right knee, right elbow. Can you still feel Tadasana here? In Tadasana, your head would not be down, right? Your spine would be long. That's it. Then go ahead, take a one-leg down dog. Right leg all the way up in the air behind you. Oh, that had to have felt good. Let's try it again. Plank pose, knee to elbow, right side. Just repeating the same action so you have an opportunity to awaken something. And then take it back, leg in the air. Okay, last one, best one. Right knee, right elbow, head up. Find the Tadasana. Left leg is super strong. I love what I see. Belly to the spine, breathe in. Now just step back to plank. And lower. Inhale, cobra. You should be so happy right now. Exhale, down dog. You know, that's like a glass half full, glass half empty moment. I choose to say, oh my God, not another vinyasa. You say, yay, another vinyasa. When you're ready, plank pose. Lift your left toes and just see if you can maintain the integrity of your work and just draw left elbow, left knee. Right? No drama. Just see what you can do there. And then take it back. Left leg in the air. Take a deep breath in. Stretch your toes a little higher. And then exhale. Come forward. Knee to elbow. Keep the head up. Keep the spine long. And then again, leg in the air. Inhale. All right, here's the third one. We're going to hold it. Left knee, left elbow. Really think about Tadasana. Back leg strong, belly to the spine. You are so strong. You can do anything for one more breath. One breath. And then step to plank and lower. Woo! Inhale, cobra. Yay, another vinyasa. Exhale, down dog. All right, walk your hands back to your feet. So go to the back edge of your mat. Are we getting the sweat on? All right. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and fold. I want you to soften your knees and let the back of your hands like just drape onto the floor. So bring your fingers towards your feet. Let the back of your hands rest on the floor. Keep the knees kind of soft. And then go ahead and slip your hands under your feet. So you want your feet hip distance apart here. You got to widen your stance so you have more stability. And then you're going to slide your hands under your feet so we can get some release in the wrist. So the whole hand goes under. The wrist is at the mat. Step in. So that's why I suggest bending the knees so that you could actually get your hands on the floor. Bend your knees so you can get your hands onto the floor. So if you're just kind of hanging there in space with your arms dangling, I want you to bend your knees. Yes, you. Bend your knees. Oh. All right. In slow motion, start to slide your hands out. Look up and lengthen a little bit. And then turn your toes out so your stance becomes a little bit wider. And then if you would, bend your knees and come down into a nice deep squat at the back of the mat. I want you to interlace your fingers, and then imagine that your knuckles were like chalk for the chalkboard, and I want you to draw figure eights in front of you. There might be a little snap, crackle, pop going on. Keep pushing down into your feet, lift your pelvic floor, and keep your spine tall like you're in Tadasana. And then change the direction. Figure eight the other way. And really articulate the wrists so that you can make some big eights here. Yeah. And then bring it back to center. I want you to take your elbows and push out against your knees, but at the same time squeeze in with your knees a little and feel yourself lift up. Yep. And then with your elbows pushing out, I want you to stretch your arms out and then reach for the floor wider than your feet. As your fingers touch down and root, can you lengthen your spine up even more? One really important thing, and I won't be able to tell if you do it, but you'll know, is if you lift the pelvic floor, if you kind of narrow your sit bones a little bit, you'll feel a little more lift and a little more support. That's really important. Take one more breath here. And then exhale, just soften. Bring your hands back to center. And then you're going to come into a forward fold. So start straightening your legs and then turn your feet forward. Hang there for a moment. Let your joints recover. And we are about to come into our last vinyasa. So I want you to inhale and look up. And then in slow motion, walk out into plank. Make sure that you feel your Tadasana here. We're learning how to align the body. Take a deep breath. And then slow motion, exhale down to the belly. Inhale into cobra. Make it the best cobra of the whole morning. Spine long, feet grounded, heart wide open. Exhale and release. Downward facing dog. Again, the last one of the morning. Take a breath right here, light it up, and then exhale. Come to a seated position. Bring your feet in front, put your bottom down. Whatever is your favorite seated position. Simple cross legs always works for me, but that doesn't always work for everyone. So if there's some other way that you like to sit, sit in a way that allows you to feel your posture. Can you feel Tadasana even here? What if you were to push your feet down a little bit? Make sure you have the same amount of weight on both sit bones. And then just lengthen the spine upward. I want you to see if you can find that. And then close your eyes and just be in that. Sitting like this is an act of consciousness, not effort. And if you can infuse the breath into this moment of consciousness, then you are doing yoga. Yoga looks different all throughout the day. But it's your state of consciousness, your presence, your awareness, your ability to observe your life, your thoughts, your actions, your words. And so we practice with the body. We practice just articulating how we distribute our weight and how we move our joints, because we're trying to train our brains to pay attention to more than what's happening on the surface. And there is a whole world for us to discover. If we could begin to expand the inner world, the consciousness that we have about ourselves, I know with everything that I am, that you can bring that consciousness out. You can start to pay attention to the people around you, to the nuances, to their body language. And it's because you've become so good at reading your own.
But friendship and compassion
I really want you to know, and I want you to understand that what we do here on Saturdays is really meant to enhance your life. I know it's going to enhance your health and your well-being. It's going to make your body more vibrant and flexible and supple and strong. And that's amazing. But if you're brave enough to let it, it will permeate into other aspects of your life. Take a moment right now and just be. Be in everything that you've been cultivating for the past 50 minutes. I want you to turn your palms to face up. Bend your elbows so that the hands are not resting on your lap, but they're just floating in the air. Just like that. Pull the elbows in close to your ribs so there's not a lot of effort. See if in this moment there's something for you to receive, or maybe something for you to offer. Now I'm going to invite you to keep your eyes closed for the rest of the practice. So I want you to take your right hand to your left knee. That should be a pretty simple instruction. You don't have to open your eyes. And then take your left hand to the mat behind you and take a really sweet and gentle twist. Feel your rib cage turn, feel your belly button turn. Maybe the chest begins to turn and the shoulders. Tune into the breath and notice how the breath affects your pose. So that right hand is on the left knee so that you can help your body turn. Just take one last breath here and then stay facing the left, but start to fold forward, fold towards your left knee. Heart to the knee, just bend and release your lower back. So you're bending to your left knee. Go ahead, bend over to your left knee. And now I want you to release both hands to the floor on the left side. So you can push into the floor and make your right sit bone push down into the floor. And really open up that lower right quarter of your back. Take one more breath there. And then pull the belly to the spine. Exhale, rise back up. Very simple. Take it to the other side. Left hand, right knee. It's amazing how it's hard to follow instructions with your eyes closed. But it's simple. Left hand, right knee. Right hand behind you on the mat and just twist. Your body still has all of the impressions of all of the work you've done. So there's Tadasana here. The feet push down, the body lengthens up. You've been articulating twists so your obliques know that they need to come in and start to turn at the waistline. And so just watch it all happen. We're going to take one more breath here. And then you want to fold your heart towards your right knee. So start to stretch the left side of the body. And you can release your hands to the floor in front of you on the right side there. So you can push into the floor and make that left sit bone plug back into the mat. Because sometimes when we fold right, the hips tip. So I want you to push your hands into the floor so that your left hip goes back down. Make sure that that left hip goes back down. So push your hands. Push. So this goes down. Yeah. Just take one more breath. Feel what's happening in the lower left quarter of your back. And then belly to the spine. We rise back up to the center and unfold your legs. Go ahead, unfold your legs. Inhale, reach up. flex your feet, push them out like you're standing on them, thigh bones to the mat. As your legs push down, your arms reach up like Urdhva Hastasana. I want you to feel how important the leg work is here. Flex your feet, yes. So the toes are pulling toward the shins and your thigh bones are pushing down. Can you feel Tadasana? It's here. And then if you would, just simple. Take your arms right down by your sides. Don't fold. Just take your arms down by your sides and press your hands into the mat so you can lift your chest a little higher. Keep your legs alive. It's called Dandasana. Hands are by your sides on the floor, pushing down, and the chest is reaching. Now draw your chin a little bit down and in. You can feel the back of your spine lengthen up, and that is all I'm after here. Sort of a neutrality for the spine, a little traction. Take one more breath, and then begin to melt and let yourself lay down onto the floor.
Wow, you got really something there, guys.
Yeah, we do. All right. Notice how happy your body feels laying down. Let yourself soften. You can pull the right knee into the belly. It should feel pretty good. Give it a little squeeze. And then go ahead and switch sides. For any of you that were at something big, you could take yourself back to that moment. Go ahead, pull both knees into your belly. Take the knees a little wider and just squeeze just a little bit. And start rocking a little bit side to side, like you're giving yourself a massage. And then open your arms out wide like wings. Open your heart space big and roll your knees all the way to the right side. Just gentle twist. As your knees go over to the right, please turn your head to the left. Just pause here. Breathe and notice how you feel. We're going to take our time and bring our heads back to center and then our knees back to center. You can even take a moment and squeeze in the middle. It might feel really good. Then rock a little side to side. Keep the arms out wide. And let your knees find their way over to the left side. And turn your head to the right. And just know this moment is more about you letting yourself be right where you are. One of the very, very first teachings of yoga is Atta Yoga Anusasanam. Yoga begins now. And what Patanjali is trying to teach us is that in order to do yoga, we have to understand what now is. We have to be able to find moments where we are actually in them, in present time. There is no greater gift in this life than to actually live in your moments. Let's bring our knees back to center. If you think about it, how many moments a day do you spend living in your past? And how many moments of your day are spent anticipating your future? And how many of our moments are we letting just zip right by us? So maybe just for these next few minutes that we have together, let's lay our bodies out on the floor and just let ourselves be still and try our best to be in these moments. Soften wherever you can. So we have one last minute here. So I want you to begin your awakening with your breath. Start to breathe and awaken your body. And then start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. The movements can become a little bit bigger, and eventually you're going to find your way to seated. How many of you were there for this? Right? Right? It's hard to forget. All right. Bring your hands together at your heart. And we are going to find our voices one more time. I won't make you chant, I am love today, but don't think that I might not on another. All right. So hands are together at the heart. And I want you to seal them, like really press the palms firmly together and just feel the energy of your center right there in front of your own heart. And then keep all the fingertips touching, but ease up a little bit on the pressure at the knuckles. Just ease up a little bit, as if you just created some space around your heart. And that subtle little change in the gesture actually was taught to me by the woman, Marty Nico, that was just singing. We don't want to seal our hearts. We want to actually keep a little bit of space in there. It feels nice. You can still feel connected to your center, but know that there's room. There's room for growth. There's room to receive. So just subtly feel that. And then from that space in your heart, we're going to close the practice today with the one sacred sound of Om. So we're just going to take a deep breath in and make that sound together. So when you're ready, fill your lungs. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace to you all. Thank you so much. Namaste. You're so beautiful. You have no idea what it looks like to just observe the energy and the movement, the consciousness that you guys brought today. So thank you so, so much. A quick announcement before you run. Next weekend there'll be a sub here. I don't know who Jen is going to be here. So Jen will be leading the class. And then for 2 weeks, we are actually canceled. The city has events going on, so there will be no yoga on the 27th, and there will be no yoga on the 3rd. Over the next 2 weeks, I will trickle emails, Instagrams, Facebook posts to remind you. If you're not on the Facebook group, there's a group actually called Yoga Journey in the Park. If you are on Facebook, go and ask to be invited to the group. I will make you a member of the group, and we post our information there. But the 27th and the 3rd, there's some burger bash and an art festival or something, and there's going to be all kinds of stuff set up. So they have asked us to not practice for 2 weeks, which I'm so sad about and so sorry about. Go somewhere else? Where? And how do I coordinate that and tell everybody? How about I just get 2 weekends off? Yeah. How about that? And then maybe you won't feel like you're lacking something, but you're actually giving me something, right? Andy and I and Maddie, like we get 2 Saturdays where we don't come out, right? Yeah. So I love you guys. Thank you. I have information up here about tuning in live over those 2 weeks. You can go to yogajourney.com, and you could, like on any device, you could do the yoga practice. There's probably 50 or 60 classes on there. You could just tune into any one. If there was a date that you love, just tune in and do that. The end of this month, I am teaching my mentoring program. I'm starting my 6-month advanced teacher training. So if you're already a teacher and you want to take your practice and your studies to the next level, this is the teacher training. This is to tune in about, tuning in live. Thank you so much. I have schedules for the studio. I have passes for the studio. I have the website link for you to tune in if you want to, and information about the mentoring. So if anyone wants information, I will see you guys in 3 weeks to tune in. Yep. Yes. So nice to see you too. Uh-huh. Of course. Thank you. Thank you for assisting. How about a little love for Andrea? Huh? Yeah, you guys on that end? Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. What do you guys need? Hi. I tried to say hi at the beginning, but you were like looking somewhere else, and I was right up here. Yes, this is the studio schedule. This is how you tune in to the online classes, my teacher training, and even a pass. If you've never been to the